Evening Facebook, how are we doing? How is it going? So excuse my appearance today. I look a little bit like a homeless person, sat in a car in a car park right now. So tonight I was given a ticket, like a free ticket to a property event locally to me, and I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not go and do some networking? Why not go and hang out with some people? There was a few different events going on in Milton Keynes, and I had an invite to all of them. And I picked the one that I thought would be interesting, or the most interesting, and have the people at it that would be the most interesting for me. Okay. It turned out ultimately to be a big pitch fest, and that's fine. You know, I understand that businesses have to grow and all those sorts of things. I totally understand that. The thing that's contributed to this particular Facebook Live this evening is that I've sat in a room for 2 hours and I've listened to somebody who claims to be a professional investor, trainer, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call us, teach people that the best way to get into property or to get started into property is that they will give them a script to ring their credit card company and max out their credit cards in the best possible way so that they can go and spend money that they don't have, that they can't afford to pay back, on training to help them to get into the property industry. Now, I cannot tell you how cross I am about this, about what I've just heard for the last hour. First of all, okay, and there's no secret about this, right? I got into Sonny. I'm not going to name drop him because I can't. That's not the point. The point I want to get across is, I guess, just to share that isn't what you have to do. You know, there's no secret about the fact that when I got into property, I was like drowning in credit card debt, and I guess that's probably why I'm so passionate about this, right? Because you don't have to get into loads and loads of credit card debt that you can't afford to pay back. It's ridiculous. And the fact that irresponsible trainers, you know, as a trainer, I take my responsibility as a trainer really, really, it's really important to me that when we're helping people, all the team that I work with and everybody, you know, we're trying to do the best thing for the clients that we're working with. So I take it as an absolute piss take that there's people that are responsible for making sure that people are doing well in their lives, encouraging people to go away and max out their credit cards to a point that completely breaks them, to pay for training that ultimately they could have got elsewhere, a probably better quality, in truth, considered based on what I've just sat and listened to, in a completely different way. And I'm cross about it because actually there's absolutely no need. You know, if you want to ring your credit card company and you want to get an extension or whatever, you know, that is down to a person. A trainer, surely to God, it's not okay for a training company or a trainer to hand a script to a person who is already financially struggling, hand them a script to manipulate the system so that they can go ahead and get more debt and more in trouble and struggle even more. It's mental. It is absolute madness, right? Madness. I'm really annoyed about it. What also has really pissed me off is that they stood in the room and they said, oh, it's okay, you can use other people's money. Now, again, I'm more than happy to explain that, yes, we use other people's money. We work with investors, you know, we work with JV partners. We do all of these things, right? We do lumpy money. So we make money before we have to manage tenants and houses and things like that. We do all these things in our business. But to do a joint venture with somebody, there's a really important legal step that has to happen, which is, one, you have to check that they're PS 13(3) compliant. You have to check that you're allowed to JV with that individual. And if they're not compliant, then really you shouldn't be doing business in that way. You have to set it up legally and so on. Well, there was no mention of PS 13(3). Ultimately, what they've just said in that room is that you just jump into bed with whoever and it works. Another thing that they said is that it's okay to pay people that you know to put lending in their name, so to put them on the lending so that you can avoid capital gains tax by splitting the capital gains tax allowance across multiple people and just put the property in a deed of trust. Ultimately, in my mind, that feels like tax avoidance. I don't know, maybe someone can confirm that to me, because it feels like fraud. I don't know whether it's okay to stand and teach people who've got absolutely no idea what they're doing yet, people who are trusting in that individual to teach them the right way to do things, whether it's okay to teach them to basically break the law. I don't know. What do we think about this? Honestly, I'm really cross about it. I've walked out. I'm supposed to be going home, and I'm very cross, and I wanted to share this with you. I guess the point I'm making here, right, is whoever you are, if you are just getting started in the property space, okay, it's an amazing place to work. You know, we do amazing things. We get to house people, you know, we get to put beautiful homes into the world, we get to build houses, we get to make great money. You know, there's no secret to this. It really is an amazing place to work for many reasons. But those of you that are just getting started, and those of you that are hearing this stuff in the industry, or reading it, or listening to people speak and sell this stuff, honestly, there's so many people out there that could teach you the right way of doing this. And, you know, yes, obviously me, but, you know, there's so many people, ethical training companies, people like Whitebox, Cogito Wealth, Susanna Cole. You know, there's loads of people who are teaching this stuff in the right way. Please do your due diligence, yeah, please, because there is absolutely no reason to go and ring your credit card company and blast your limit to the absolute max and struggle. There just isn't. There's ways that you can set up in the right way so that you can make money that pays for your property business to grow. You know, if you are going to set up joint ventures with people, then do it in the right way. Get the right advice. Please don't listen to people that have clearly never done a joint venture compliantly in their life, because they've got no idea what they're talking about. And please, if you're going to take tax advice from a professional tax advisor who can give you the correct information. It's mental. Honestly, I'm not speechless, because I'm never speechless, because I'm never speechless, but honestly, I'm just cross about it. There are so many amazing trainers delivering awesome content, and you know, it just doesn't need to be like that. It doesn't need to be where you're being manipulated into doing something that's going to make your life worse instead of making your life better. So yeah, please share this video far and wide. I feel like this needs to be said out loud, right? Just make sure you do your due diligence, get sort of feedback from other people that have been on the training that you're looking for. Look for genuine testimonials, you know, ask people what their experience have been, and please, for fuck's sake, do not blast money on credit cards that you can't afford, because you just don't need to. Have an amazing evening, guys. I'm literally gonna like calm down now. I'm gonna go home, but have a lovely evening. And if anyone's got any questions about this stuff, please feel free to message me, because I will happily answer them completely free of charge. Just hit me with a PM. Yeah, I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.